What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrosdays here. We are back in the world in my living room. And wanted to give you guys an update on Skyrim. I'd kind of hoped to be able to release or to record the start of the new Skyrim series today, get through character creation and kind of go from there. Unfortunately, we ran into a couple technical issues. First one was the sensors themselves. They do not come with any kind of stand or anything. So you have to like set them on parts of your house. Well, the problem with that is they don't have the best, it just makes it difficult. So I had to order, I don't know if you guys can see this, but ordered this thing. You screw it onto this, and then it's got a nice little tripod here. We can go all the way up to like 10 feet. So I don't know how high I'm going to have it. Right now I've got it up like, I don't know, almost 6 feet. I probably will reduce that a little bit. I don't know how much up and down clearance this stuff has, but I want to make sure that it's off the ground and at a decent distance. And then at that point, we'll set up a clear, what do you call it, boundary with the Steam boundary system. It allows you to basically set a boundary, I believe. So we'll set that up, and then at that point, we should have a little bit easier time. The only other thing that I'm having a problem with is the back of the headset has the cable, and the cable comes from my computer. There's nothing I can do about that. Well, it's a very thick cable, and so I need to find a way to elevate it, because I need to get it like up in the ceiling or something so that it comes down from here. That way I can turn left and right, because right now the way it is, a lot of times I can't turn around because the cable ends up inevitably wrapping around my feet, and it becomes a problem there. So I've got to get, basically, I need to look at some more solutions, because the nice thing is VR is popular enough now that other people have encountered these solutions, which is where I found this right here. So we just need to find some other solutions. So I know a lot of people hook it up on the ceiling, so I need to find out how they do it. I mean, you can go get a pot hook, you know, it looks like this. The problem with that is it would be taut to the computer, and then it would be hanging below. And I'm still worried about like stepping on it and such, and it would still limit movement. So what I almost need is something that will spool out and then suck it back in. But I need an affordable solution, not one that's too expensive. Sorry, my cat is attacking my foot again. So those were two of the main issues. We also had a problem with the video quality. If you looked at the first Robo Recall video that I released, there were some bars on the outer edge. That was because we were taking, basically, when you do VR, you have a different image here and a different image here. And then sometimes the game will display that image, and then sometimes it will display a composite. And the composite is basically an overlay of the two, which is why a lot of times when you look at somebody playing a gun game, instead of looking straight down the sight, it looks like it's off to the right. So it looks like they're aiming like this, and you're like, I don't understand why they fucking aiming like that. Well, they're not. They're looking through their right eye, but because of its composite, you see it like your eye is here. So what I'm doing is Steam has a mirroring mode where basically you get to see both, and then I have a composite program built into OBS that basically takes that right eye and expands it a little bit. You still lose a little FOV, and it's not quite perfect, but it gives you get that full, 1080p setup. Now, obviously the eyes themselves, well, maybe not obviously to you, it's drastically higher than 1080p. It's like 2270 over like 2000 or something like that. It's ridiculous per eye. But we're going to get 1080p out of it. So we got that solved. The other issue we were having was a mic audio problem. We managed to solve that, sort of. We no longer have the deep voice and so I guess. I got that solved by fixing up the audio sources. The problem now is when you have the headset, and I can't show you because it's in my wife's room right now. She's been playing VR chat. But the headset's right here, and it fits like this. And then it has the bottom comes to right here, right? Well, right here under the bottom is the nozzle. So take your finger and hold it right here and then talk. And you're going to feel breath hitting your finger, which is normal, even if you're not like, even if you're just talking like this. Well, that hole is literally right in that line. So if you want to know what it sounds like, I mean, you're going to see some videos of it this week because I'm going to release some of the videos from the stream. It sounds like you're talking on a cell phone in a parking lot with a lot of wind. So the fix for that is is what they call either a wind screen or a wind shear, or it's not a pop filter. Pop filter, that's what this is right here. Pop filter keeps peas, those type of noises from popping too much. Wind shear basically breaks up the wind. So it's a little fuzzy piece of fake fur that you put over the nozzle, and apparently they use them for like DSLRs and things like that. Photographers like National Geographic and shit when they go out to record stuff and whatnot. It covers that. The problem was the earliest I could get it without paying more than the thing was worth. The thing was like $15. And then I had to pay like $18 or $20 in shipping to get it here by Tuesday. Or I could pay nothing in shipping and get it here by Thursday. So that will be here on Thursday. I would record the series prior, but it is bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Like if you're a loyal follower, a loyal fan, you may not care, but the average person watching that video, it is going to be like fingernails on a fucking chalkboard every time I talk. So, and there's some other stuff you can do. Like some people drape socks over it. One dude wore a bandana around his face. We're just going to go for the permanent fix. So, what does all that mean? We've solved all the problems with the exception of the cord. It just means we won't get the Skyrim series till next weekend. And now keep in mind, that means we won't re-record it until next weekend. So we're going to aim for the Skyrim series starting on the 14th. So Monday the 14th will probably be the day you guys will get your first episode. Now, since let me get this fired up real quick so I can show you guys. I did want to show you guys the list of mods that I'm looking at. One of the major issues with Skyrim VR is a fork of Skyrim SE. You have Skyrim SE, and Skyrim VR. Now, all three of those have different code sets. So Skyrim SE, a fork is where you basically take the code of something and then go in a different direction. So it's like a fork in a road. So right now development is unified, and then SE goes this way, VR goes that way. Well, the problem with that is it's its own code set. So mods that will work for SE may not necessarily work for VR, and vice versa. Of course, there's not really specific VR mods at the moment, I don't think. Anyways, let me get the mods pulled up so I can show you guys. All right, so let's see. Main monitor. Boom. Is it going to work for me? Hello? There it goes. All right, so this is Vortex. Vortex is the new mod manager for the Nexus or whatever. Now, some people still use Nexus Mod Manager. My research showed that Nexus Mod Manager was not going to support VR. So VR was more supported it is supported by Vortex. So what a lot of people do is they get Nexus Mod Manager, they fire up SE, they install all their mods, and then they copy everything over. The problem with that is there are mods that will work in SE that will not absolutely work in VR. Like for instance, the alternate start, it will break your fucking game. Literally break your game. So I had to be careful what I installed. I don't know if any of this shit will break the game. Hopefully not. If it does, we'll deal with that at that time. But we're going to have Immersive Citizens AI overhaul, the unofficial SE patch. SMIM, I don't remember what this one was, but I think it was a component for one of the other ones. Diverse dragons, it just gives us more dragons. Reverb and ambience overhaul, it basically makes 3D sound a little bit better. Immersive patrols, there'll be more patrolling stuff. Realistic lighting, makes your lighting look better. Book covers, the books don't look standard. They actually look like they're different embossed, and they're pretty. Apocalypse spell mod, we've done this pretty much every time we've modded anything. It basically gives you a ridiculous amount of cool spells. I figured that might be fun. Realistic ragdolls, kind of self-explanatory. Magical College of Winterhold. This basically revamps Winterhold and makes it look more magical. So right now it just kind of looks plain with a bunch of wizards walking around. This supposedly makes it cooler. We have more bandit camps. It's just basically more bandits. We Go Special Edition. I was told this would make people look better. I didn't realize I downloaded the nude version. The nude version was the default. There are 3 different versions of this. I need to get into the game and see if it makes everybody naked. And if it does, then we'll probably have to change it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I definitely don't want a porn Let's Play. Let me put it that way. So we may have to change that. But this is supposed to make people look better because, you know, Skyrim default characters look hideous. Flora overhaul makes the plants and stuff look better. Realistic water makes water look good. Vivid weathers makes weather effects better. More weapons. And then this is all 4K. Basically, this makes all of the towns look better. The mines look better. Roads look better. Farms, mountains, and landscape. We have enhanced blood textures. Makes blood looks better. Bandolier bags and pouches. I tend to like to loot everything. And I tend to get overweight very quickly. I usually use console commands. Unfortunately, console commands definitely break achievements. So since this is going to basically be an achievement run, we don't want to do that. So this is supposed to give us legal ways, supposedly, and I'm using that in parentheses, to increase our carry weight without breaking the game. Lanterns, just more light setups. Road signs look nice. Notice boards, this basically allows you to bypass ends, go to a board, and basically get the Radiance quests, I think is what they are. It's randomly generated quests based off of the town that you're in. So we'll probably be using this a lot because we have to do 50, I think, side quests. So immersive armors, just more balanced medieval armors that are supposed to be part of the game. Summer Mist, I don't remember what this one was. This might be weapons and armors. JK Skyrim all-in-one, just basically a revamp of cities, towns, villages, and hamlets to make them look better. Heavy armor, cloaks of Skyrim, so you can have cloaks. Immersive artifacts, I believe this goes and redoes most of the Daedric artifacts to make them better. Wards act like shields, so if I'm a mage and I use a ward, it will actually block melee weapons as well. So kind of a nice item. Lore weapon expansion, just more weapons. Obsidian mountain fog. And then this is 3D sound. This one and the ambience one kind of go together. This one basically makes 3D positional sound, which is kind of a big deal in Skyrim, or not Skyrim, in VR. So this way I can actually tell where things are. Supposedly it's pretty good. We'll see. So that is the list of mods. I didn't count them all. I don't know how many that is. And then I have my load orders over here. Let me see where, I think the first one is up here. Yeah. So this is my load order for these because some of these are conflicting. I don't know how all these work. So I just basically guessed. So I put the SMIM first, and then I did the Flora second, and then all the 4Ks. So from my understanding, you want the ones you definitely want to show up to load last. And so I wanted all the 4Ks to load last so everything would look pretty. I haven't tested it yet. We'll be doing a couple, or I'll be doing a couple dry tests this week just to make sure everything works out, and then we'll see what happens. But that's our loose list of mods, kind of what I'm planning on for now. If there's something you would like added to this, let me know. We can't use an alternate start. There's 2 versions of popular alternate start mods. Neither of them make the game function. Basically, alternate start, the one that I've always used, it will not work out of the box. There's a command, or there's a text edit you can do to change it. But when you do that, it breaks the quests. So like everybody that was at Helgen that later starts a quest later on, they never get out of Helgen. So basically you meet them in another part in the world and then they talk like they're in Helgen and then they run to Helgen. And it just, you can't get past the quest. One of the, like the diplomatic immunity quests, one of the parts there, you can't get one of the NPCs to do what they're supposed to do and you get stuck. So I'm trying to avoid those because there's nothing worse than being 20, 30, 40, 50 hours into a Let's Play only to have it break because, you know, of some mod conflict. So I'm hoping, knock on wood, that the mods that I've just done, as they're mainly graphical and item and spells, aren't going to break anything. We'll see. We'll see. Depending on how I like Skyrim VR, depending on how this all works, we may do multiple series. I've committed to one. We'll see what happens. We are going to go through and do all of the achievements. Where is it? Skyrim VR. Yes. Let me pull this back up again. So this is the achievement list right here. Now, it's funny because this is Skyrim VR. You can see I've got like 0.3 of an hour, so I think I've been in for like 20 minutes. Now you can see I've done 0 achievements here, right? If we go to games, Elder Scrolls, I have just a few games in here. A, B, C, D, E, Elder Scroll. I guess I can just type in, huh? There we go. All right, so you can see here we've got 418 hours, and we've got quite a bit of achievements. We have 58 of 75 or 77%. The problem is I started using console commands, which breaks everything. So a lot of these we have done. Like I never have done this. We've definitely done this. Never done that. This I'm not sure about. I think we did this once. Pretty sure we've done this. Pretty sure we've done that. We've never completed this. Definitely done this. Definitely done this. Definitely done that. Definitely done that. And I'm pretty sure we've done this one as well, because that's where you get the reset up. Definitely did this. Definitely did that. Pretty sure we did this. We did not do that. And I'm pretty sure we've got this done too. So we're going to have to avoid, let's go to install. There we go. We're gonna have to avoid those type of setups and stick with the key non-command line stuff. So that's kind of why I've used the mods I've used. Either way, isn't there 75 achievements? Yeah. So same number of achievements, exact same ones. Most of this will just happen organically. A few of them we'll have to go out of our way to do, but our goal is to complete all 75 of these. And then at that point I will consider Skyrim beaten completely. So that's the goal. So it'll be interesting to see what happens and how it's all going to play out. But I did want to let you guys know that, you know, we're looking at next Monday at the earliest, because I do have to get that little piece of fuzz to put on the old headset. We will do another weekend stream of testing, probably Friday, Saturday of next week, and then Sunday I will do my bulk recording. So if you have any ideas for character creation, what type of character you would like to see, what type of gameplay you want to see, what type of setup, et cetera, or any mods, this is the video to put that in. Okay. So we still have to do the configuration of what the VR is going to look like. So I'm going to do basically I'm going to get into Skyrim. We're going to start the game. I'm going to go through the bullshit once, and then we're going to take a look at the different types of views. So basically we have 3 options. We have no me, where it's only the game in VR. We have like my upper body like this, and then my full fatness. So you guys are going to pick which one you want. Now keep in mind, if you're wanting to focus on the game, then you're going to want more game, because it's going to take up screen setup here, you know, because like even here, my little camera here, this is about 10% of the screen just for my head. So, you know, if we were to make, where is it? Yeah. You know, if we make this bigger so you guys can see me, you know, it starts to eat up a large amount of screen real estate. And unlike this, I mean, I can do green screen, I can straighten this out, and I can make myself disappear here. Over there, I don't know if we're going to be able to do augmented reality, because it's going to be, you know, 365 degrees. You know, it's too big of an area. It's too big of an area. So, you know, I could get enough green screens to get the ceiling, take the ceiling fan, you know, it's too much work. So, you know, yeah, I just don't know how we would do it. So it really just comes down to what kind of an experience you guys want. So we'll be making a couple videos. I'll show you guys, you know, where we're at, and you guys can kind of make the judgment call of what type of series you want. So this week, I believe we're going to be just doing Final Fantasy 15 while we prepare, you know, for that. Like I said, it's coming in on Thursday, so we're screwed till then. Plus I work all week. So today's my last day to really bulk record. So I'm going to spend the next 6 to 8 hours recording a bunch of Final Fantasy videos, I believe, unless I get distracted with something else, and we'll pick up there. So like I said, let me know mods. If you notice anything wrong with the mod list that I have or the way I've got it set up, please let me know in the comment section down below. If there's a mod you want to add, feel free to send that to me. What else? I think that's about it. So let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are liking the series. If you do, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.